All right. Well, good morning, everyone. We're going to do something unheard of and start exactly at 9 o'clock. I have been recently told that, to respect everyone's time, we shouldn't delay for others. So I really appreciate everyone being early and, or even on time. Really appreciate that. And let's get started. It is a very special day at Health Plan Markets because it is June 24th. It's 9 o'clock, and it's the very, very first day of AEP 2025. You're probably thinking, Justin, you have lost your mind. It's not October. But that's not true. Your work starts today because AHIP has been released. So I'm very excited. Before anybody do anything on this call, don't do anything because I have a very, very big surprise to share with everybody today about AHIP, and we're really excited about it. So with that said, we are here to improve the lives of our community with affordable healthcare. Thank you for being a part of that mission, and thank you for being here live on the calls so you can get the information first and fast, and you can take care of your people the best way that you can. So we're going to jump right into the training calendar because, as you know, we've got to keep one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field at all times. And your classroom work for 2025 begins today. Now, there's some trainings on the calendar and a couple changes I want to make sure of moving forward for the rest of this year. Your recertifications come first. Okay, some of the carriers have already started releasing their recertifications even before AHIP, which is unheard of. So very excited about that. But please make sure that you get your AHIP done, your recertifications done as soon as you can. And I've got something to share with you today. I'm very, very excited about that. But here's our training calendar. The first thing that you'll notice is on the top, I'm going to share with you which team members are out this week. So you're not wondering, why isn't Liam getting back to my emails? Well, at this moment right now, Mr. Liam Connor is in Ireland enjoying his very much deserved paid time off. So he'll be back on Monday. I'm excited to welcome back Jessica, who was out for 2 weeks. So I see her on the call. Welcome back, Jess. We missed you. And I have more gray hair because you were gone. So I really appreciate you being back. And then later this week, we've got Chan. He'll be out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm going to try to share this with you on this call so that way you're not wondering why these people are ignoring you. Don't worry, it's not you, it's them. It's because they're not here. So the other thing too that I'm going to start doing on the training calendar is just highlighting a few trainings that I feel you probably should keep your eye on, okay? So I'm not going to mention all of these trainings today because we've got quite a bit to talk about, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. Everyone has access to this training calendar via HQ. Now remember, guys, if you're new around here, HQ is our all-in-one place for everything you need as an agent. So when you log in, on the left-hand side, you'll see Learning. You'll click down that, and you'll see HPM Training, and that will give you all the trainings for the week here. So I'm not going to go into detail as much as possible, but I just wanted to show you how to get to it. You go to Learning, and then HPM Training, and all the trainings there with all the details there as well. Okay, so that's been synced. It's the same calendar. It's just all in HQ now. Okay, so the ones that I think you should probably have your eye on this week is Aetna's DSNP training today. I'm going to highlight one training each day that you should probably take a look at. And since this one's the only one, I'm going to highlight the DSNP training for Aetna. But if you're excited about AHIP and you want to get that done, then hey, you can go ahead and sub any of these trainings. Okay. Tomorrow, AvMed's doing a very special training on the CMS 2025 changes. This is their perspective as a carrier, and we've had them on this call in the past. So there's a registration link in there. Just click that to register for that training tomorrow from 10 to 12. Okay. I did notice that Humana's got 100+ lead generation and sales tips training at 9 o'clock. I thought that was pretty cool, but I'm going to go ahead and mention that AvMed one. Wednesday the 26th, I'm highlighting that, again, if you're having any contracting or recertification issues, Both Jessica and Sam are available to you every Wednesday, open door, any questions, 11 to 12. This is a virtual meeting. You just jump on the join, and the girls are sitting there waiting to help you. Okay, so if you have an issue and you need some TLC, this is a great opportunity for you to do that. Thursday, the 27th, we've got our in-person advisor meeting and training. I'll be honest, I don't see a location on this, so we will reach out to you. If you're interested in this training, just let us know. You can shoot an email to support@askhpm.com. We will be reaching out to you by email, text, or phone, or all of the above to let you know about this training. Again, we're going to be going through quite a bit on getting ready for AEP 25. So this is one that you probably want to attend if you're in or around the Central Florida area. And then the last one that I want to focus on is What About Shop? HPM Shop is going to morph into an even more complex enrollment tool for 2025. It's the first year that we're actually not going to switch URL links, so you'll have the same exact URL link that you had in 2024. However, the features will be loaded in, and as they're starting to be loaded in, we're going to be sharing a lot of that training, and Tom's leading the pack on that. So if you have not yet used our HPM shop, or you're a little loose, or you just want to get a heads up run, this is an excellent training that we're hosting weekly from 9:30 to 10:30 every Friday, just so you're aware and of the changes that are going to be happening, because we are adding a ton of features to HPM shop to make your life a lot easier. I'm really, really excited about that. Don't want to give too much away, but you can start getting some of those sneak peeks at these types of trainings when you're there, okay? So again, full training calendar is available in HQ. Just want to put some highlights out there so that way we can make the most of this time on Mondays. All right, let me jump into, I've got to find my notes here. All right, next up, my big surprise. So we have, I'd like to thank Mr. Joe Falk for pushing this initiative. He had reached out to AHIP and asked about getting a customized link throughout for 2025. And there were some requirements that were needed, but I'm happy, proud, and so excited to share with you that we now have our very own customized AHIP for HPM. So this is the HPM AHIP link that gives you the discount, the $50 discount for AHIP. And the link is in the chat here, and it will be available in HQ under recertification 2025. We're going to load that in there later today, so thanks for your patience. But when you go there, you'll see our logo. There it is. It's the same style, functionality, and everything that you're used to in AHIP as if you're going through one of the carrier's links. The difference is that it's ours at HPM, and it does a lot of things. For one, we can see whether or not you've done your AHIP, and we can communicate that with your team leader, with your manager, to make sure that you're getting this thing done. It's also going to give us some clarity on who's already taken the test and who's already not made it through on try number 2, so we can reach out and help you with that. But just some basic things here. Remember that your NPN is going to be required to log in. You're going to log in with your same AHIP information. You're just going to use this link to log in. The default for re-enrollments and credit for payment is credit cards. So just make sure that you've got that selected. The price is $125. That's where it is everywhere. We also were able to get the $50 discount through AHIP, and that's what it is. Now, just to be transparent with you, in order for us to get this link and have this additional functionality, Health Plan Markets had to commit to 200 users on this link, okay? If we don't hit 200 users in 24 months, meaning this year and next year, then we will have to pay for the difference in what they would charge that $175 link exchange. So I am asking very kindly, please, please, please use this link to do your AHIP versus any other link from any other carrier because I really don't want to waste money on just not getting enough people to do the AHIP through our link. So I really appreciate your help with that. I wanted to be transparent and let you guys know that we are on the hook for 200 users of this link. So please share it with your teams. Please share it with anyone. They don't, in fact, they don't even have to be part of HPM. If they want to use our link, that's fine too. I just need to meet those requirements of getting 200 agents to use this link, so we don't have to pay for AHIP tests next year for invisible agents. Okay, so really excited, very happy, very proud. I want to thank Jonathan for his extra effort, last minute effort last week as well, and of course Joe for hooking it up and getting us to the right people. John scrambled on Friday to get this set up, and we were able to get this going. So thank you, John. Really appreciate everything that you do, and thank you for making this a reality. So really appreciate that, buddy. All right, moving on. Again, that link is in the chat, but you can also find it in HQ as well. So I want to make sure that you're aware of that. So moving over to HQ, from the homepage, I want to let you know of a new feature we've been talking about is recertification. The team is updating this constantly. I am sure they're going to have an update later today, but this is going to live under contracting, and you'll see recertification here. Again, this link is for people that are already contracted with the carrier, but they are recertifying for 2025. If you have not contracted with a certain carrier, do not use these recertification instructions. You're going to need to request those contracts through the contract. Okay, so I want to make sure that that's clear. So you're going to go over to recertification here, and they're slowly building this out for each and every carrier as we're starting to get the information, and it will live here so you don't have to dig through your emails to figure out, okay, what are the instructions to get Aetna going? What are the instructions for AHIP? So this is all going to be built out. The team is going to be working diligent on this week because the recertifications are coming hot and heavy. So we understand that. Any links will live in here as well. Any instructions should live in here as well. And anything we can do to make that easier, please let us know. So we're excited about that as well. But also keep in mind that we've got some marketing tools available. Learning is what we talked about. Want to make sure that you're aware of all of that as we're continuing to go through and get ready for AEP 25. It's going to be super important that we keep that going. Okay. All right. So. And again, if you don't have the link to HQ, if you don't have your login information for HQ, please reach out to support@askhpm.com or give us a call at 844-696-3975. Really appreciate that. All right. Last, before we bring on our special guest this morning, we have had some infrastructure changes at Health Plan Markets. And we have also lost a few employees. I want to be transparent and share with everybody that Angie Jackie has moved on. Her last day was Friday, and she is no longer part of Health Plan Markets. And then we also had Jackie Urdaneta, who for a very short time came on as our manager. It seems that she's pursuing another avenue, wasn't a right fit. And so she has moved on as well. So two, unforeseen events to shrink our team a bit. So I do appreciate everyone's patience as we're kind of filling these roles internally. We are going to be hiring very quickly to backfill these roles. And so I thank Natalia for her help on doing that. And, Sergio and his team to find an advisor support person to come in and fill for Angie. So we're a little short-staffed. We have some people on vacation, and we lost a couple of folks. And I like to call them HPM alumni because they both left on professional terms, on good terms, and we wish them the absolute best. So two more HPM alumni out there, and we hope to we wish them the best of luck for all that. So just want to be transparent in case you're wondering where those folks went. You can reach out. Again, anything you need, just to make it as simple as possible, support at askhpm.com, and we'll connect you to whoever you need. So with that, I see my buddy Ray on the call here, looking sharp as ever. Really appreciate it. There he is, my old buddy. And Mr. Ray Falcon is going to give you the news you can use for dedicated and ChenMed. So good morning, Ray.
Good morning, Justin, and good morning, team. Happy Monday. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Justin, of saying hello to the team. This is my first call. I think last week my partner Sean was on, so this is kind of a fun adventure. Hey, real quick, just want to do a quick date, save the date, September 5th. Dedicated will be hosting our AEP kickoff. So we're going to have an epic event, venue to be determined. But for the time being, September 5th will be about 4 to 7 is the plan. We'll be sending out invites, but you can put that on your calendar. So looking forward to having the HPM team crash the party, literally and figuratively speaking, of course. Just a quick heads up. Yeah, there we go. From an administration standpoint. So as you all know, Dedicated does in fact have a lead program. Currently, that lead program is on hold, pending a relaunch in July. Now, keep in mind, the team, your administrative leadership team, has been doing an awesome job ensuring that all of the invoices have been submitted. They have been processed. I do apologize for the delay if you guys are, if there's some outstanding payments. Fear not, we will 100% every submitted lead that qualifies, of course, will be paid. And then we'll have a relaunch. I just really want to quickly highlight the positives of the relaunch in July. Historically, we've gone through the agencies, the GAs, right? Justin, the team, the organizations. For simplicity and ease of payment moving forward in July, we'll be going directly and working with you through a portal system, which I think will greatly enhance your satisfaction, improve the efficiency, and speed up payments drastically, because they won't have to kind of go through a manual process for reimbursement. So again, that revamp is going to really happen quite shortly, like within a couple of weeks. We're anticipating like a July 15th launch date. There'll be some training, there'll be some work to do. But candidly, what we found is that looking at the market competition, it's kind of what you guys are doing already. So I'm hoping that this is a very easy and smooth transition. All right. Enough of that. Switching gears real quick, okay? Hey, we have 5 beautiful centers. If you have not had a tour, if you're not working with one of our membership growth consultants, please reach out to crash the centers, right? If you haven't been in a center recently, please jump in. All the centers have capacity. I know East Orlando I should say they all have capacity, with the exception of East Orlando. Oh my goodness. We're having a little provider issue in East Orlando. So Winter Park, Fairview Shores, Orange Blossom Trail, and Hiawassee, 100%. We welcome the opportunity to serve you and to serve your patients, right? We want to honor your patients and honor your clients with the best care possible. Hopefully many of you know our care model. If you have any questions, please reach out to myself, to Sean, or your growth consultant, right? If you don't have one, please crash the office, and we will absolutely take care of you. I will put my contact information in the chat shortly if you don't know who I am. Hopefully most of you do. But hey, we look forward to the opportunity to assist you. There you go. So with that said, I won't take up any more of your time, but as always, it's certainly a pleasure. HPM is one of our key partners, and we value the opportunity and our relationship with Justin and the team. And we thank you so much for the opportunity to work with you.
Ray, you're a legend, man. Thank you very much. But you're not leaving so easy, so hold on a second, because I got to pick your brain, buddy. To reiterate, guys, we had mentioned a couple weeks back that the dedicated program was on pause. It is coming back, so don't panic. Do what's right for your members either way. If you feel dedicated is going to be a good fit, just put them in the center. Don't worry about getting paid. do what's right for your member. It's going to be goodwill for Dedicated anyway. And let me tell you that they are very aggressive with their marketing. And to be honest, I wouldn't even worry about that payment. What I would be worried about is how do I get in front of those folks that what they call MGCs, and how do I work with those people? So Ray, can you kind of talk about the MGC role, who these people are, what their responsibilities, and what value do they bring to these guys that are on this call today?
Awesome. Thank you, Justin. And that's a great important question. So we have approximately 20 marketing representatives in the greater Orlando market. These individuals are not licensed. Their sole job is to facilitate your clients, your patients onboarding successfully into our clinic, right? We want to make your life as easy as we can. We want to be the easy button for you when you have a new patient enrolling into Dedicated, right? So what does that look like and what does that mean and what's the value to you? Value is that we're going to do all the new patient paperwork for you. We're going to make sure that, that patient has their first appointments set. We're going to communicate to you. We're going to make sure that we do a quick history so that we can ensure that the patient has again, a very easy and smooth onboarding experience into the practice. So we're going to make the first appointment for you. We're going to do the new patient onboarding. We're going to ensure that there's continuity of care with respect to the patient entering our practice. We do want to make sure that, as Justin mentioned, 100%, you're connecting with the membership growth consultant, right? We know that in terms of retention, that the best experience for that patient and you is to connect with one of our marketing teammates. If you don't have one, I put my phone number and name in the chat. Please reach out. We can connect you. Come into the center. Make sure you're familiar with Dedicated Center. Again, one of the things that we can really offer your patients is that we have a dispensary. We provide transportation up to 10 miles. So there's a lot of things that we can offer, right? And I say dispensary, we have about 300 plus medications in the center. 85% of the time, your patients are going to leave the practice with the medication that they need, which is great for medication adherence. And obviously, we want to make sure we deliver great outcomes for your patients so that they're happy. We also know historically that if your patients are happy in the practice, they're happy with the plan, and they're happy with you, right? And we want to ensure that your patients are happy. The other thing is, and I think Justin probably is giving me a softball right now, is that we use Salesforce as our CRM. And so ensuring that we have agent of record identified in our platform is of paramount importance. And on the first page of our Salesforce platform is the MGC you're working with, along with your name. So Bruce Williams, Ryan Phillips, Cindy Samuel, your name is right there. Rosie, good morning. I see you. It's always nice to see a face. So your name is right there on the screen. Tom Ryan, don't trust. No, I love Tom. So again, we want to ensure that the agent of record is there. And to do that, making sure you're working with one of our membership growth consultants is critical to that partnership so that they can put your name in, and that if there's ever any question, we can always go back to our agent of record. Probably too much there, Justin.
No, it was awesome. Perfect. And I have to go back to our relationship, Ray, because we met many moons ago and we had a symbiotic relationship is how we met. And I worked for a physician group and you were an outstanding sales agent out there crushing it. And we're going to come back to that. I'm going to attempt to embarrass you a little bit. But Ray and I worked together and I was a lead gen machine. And Ray really liked me. I don't know why, but I just kept giving him leads and he would close these leads. And so we became great friends. I don't know why we did, but that, I'm just kidding. Like, it was a great relationship. I was responsible for growing the centers and Ray was there to knock them down and get them enrolled. And at that time, and when you worked at Humana. So making these relationships are key and critical for your success. And everything there. Now there's a question Sergio's asking, and I think this is another softball for you, Ray, but he's asking, do you have centers in Polk and Tampa?
Wow. That is awesome. As a matter of fact, I am in my Lakeland office right now. We have 2 locations in Lakeland. We have we call them Lakeland North and Lakeland South affectionately. So the short answer is, and thank you, Sergio, is that yes, sir. We do have 2 locations. They are central, basically North Lakeland, and then South Lakeland, if you're familiar with the territory, south of the Parkway. Both centers have capacity. We have Spanish-speaking physicians in our South location, and we're getting a Spanish-speaking in a couple of months for North. But right now, our South location has our capacity for Spanish-speaking. Demographics are a little different, of course, in Lakeland, but we can certainly accommodate any patient that you have and provide them the best care possible. In terms of switching gears geographically to our friends in Tampa, hey, we have a rocking network in Tampa. I wish, oh, there you go, Rosie. Thank you for that. I wish we had the number of centers in Orlando that we do in Tampa. We have, I believe, 12 centers in Tampa, from Fort Myers all the way up to Pinellas, Hillsborough, you name it. We pretty much got you covered. We have a couple other exceptional leaders that I work with, Misty and Bree. If you need introductions, please let me know. We can facilitate conversations for you at any point. Again, all the centers provide transportation, provide medication. We do our own labs, of course, and so many of the same services, fortunately, that we have really in any center is going to apply to our friends in Lakeland and Tampa as well.
Awesome. And I did put a link to your main website, ChenMed, because that's the parent company. And could you explain the brand a little bit? And before that, I just want to say, like, these guys are growing like wildfire. It's not just Florida; they're in Georgia, Tennessee, and growing. So, if you could give us some clarity on the brand, because I think people get a little lost on why is it named ChenMed and GenCare and Dedicated. If you have any insight on that, I think that might help.
Well, I can absolutely share with you that we do have currently 3 brands, right? So our company was founded in South Florida under the ChenMed name, and that was really our founder, Dr. Chen. So we have numerous clinics in South Florida under that brand. And then a decision was made to adopt Dedicated Senior Medical Centers as the brand for expansion. As Justin mentioned, we have 130 centers across the country, mostly on the East Coast, but we go from Texas, the Carolinas, Pennsylvania, all over. So if you have patients and if you have different parts of the world that you're marketing in, please, I think Justin gave the website, which is perfect. I see that. And you can find our locations on the website to support your marketing efforts in the other states that you have your licenses in. We do have one other brand called GenCare. That was a partnership with our friends with Humana. They are actually our #1 payer. I'm not going to lie. But again, we work with in Central Florida, Orlando, Lakeland, and Tampa, of course. We work with basically virtually every plan, almost every plan. 10 different carriers. All of our contracts are value-based, and we have a number of PPO contracts as well. So again, if you're looking for a home for your patient, we can accommodate you on the PPO plans, on HMO as well, of course. So we want to provide that assistance too. Oh, I was going to say, there may be a rumor that we are rebranding, which might be true, and we're going to go under one brand. It might be Dedicated. I don't know, but we'll see.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you letting us know that. I know those are decisions above our pay grade, but we'll see what happens there.
Yes,
lastly, Ray, I can't let you off the hook because you are also a recovering insurance agent, and and you spent many years out there hustling and finding people to enroll, and you've graduated from that role, and now you're in a leadership role now, on the other side of the fence. But I'm sure your heart is still there for Medicare agents, independent agents, and what we do every day. So words of wisdom going into another AEP. Do you have any suggestions, mindset, things that these guys should know, getting and gearing up, knowing that this is the first day of AHIP, and it's June 24th, and we're almost 90 days from open enrollment AEP. From your experience, you had a very successful career as an agent. Can you share any insights or any thoughts as these guys are gearing up for battle one more time?
Thank you. I've been very fortunate, right, working with the Justins of the world, working with our other partners, and you're very kind, Justin. Thank you for that. What I can say, team, and I will tell you wholeheartedly, is that the work you do matters. What you do to support the community, to support those folks in need of your help, is absolutely critical. You make a difference in a person's life, identifying the best plan for them, making sure that the services that they need through your fact finding, through your needs analysis takes place. And that speaks to the professionalism of our role and the importance of your position. So again, as Justin mentioned, right, we are on the cusp of another exciting year. The expectation is that this will be a pretty active year in terms of folks looking at their options. We all know that Medicare has shifted some of their funding, and as a result, the carriers have to respond. And so the benefits we have in 2024 may not be what we see in 2025, and that's going to reflect a pretty active market is what we're seeing. What I can tell you, I think, to answer Justin's question more specifically, is what do we need to do to be successful? Well, we need to have a few key medical partners, right? A few key offices that we know we can trust. And again, I'm hoping Dedicated will be in your top 3. I don't need to be number 1, but I want to make sure we're in the mix for your patient. Do the right thing, right? Again, I know many of, I know there's incentive plans out there, but just make sure, based upon the needs analysis, you're putting the patient in the right location on the right plan for the right reason. In terms of marketing, it's all about activity. Many of you are hugely successful. But if you're a newer agent, it's all about the activity, right? We're going to get our leads from events, from our community partners, from, doing the hard work. There's no magic bullet. People are asking me, what's the magic bullet? There is no magic bullet. The magic bullet is making sure you're developing relationships in the community, making sure that you're working a 40-hour week, right? Or maybe more, I don't know. But if it's 8 o'clock, what are we doing? I'm not getting anything, no magic happens in my house. You guys know that. I'm speaking to the choir. But again, food pantries, our community centers, finding a new event every day, and then making sure that we're calling our prospects, right? Getting on the phone, calling our prospects. Justin, what is it that people need to be called like 4 or 5 times?
Last time I checked, it was 8, and then I had somebody recently tell me it's 11 now. Like, you got to call these people 11 times. Yeah.
And what would you think would be the average number of calls that we currently make before we give up?
I would say it's like, I would say agents usually give up on 1, maybe 2, and then they give up. It's terrible. And like you said, like the closing ratio, it like quadruples if you call after 5 calls. Like, you have to continue to call them. So we have a magic rule here at HPM, and it's 8 before we call a lead dead. And maybe that's something you guys should adopt. So
yeah. No, and this is that's thank you. That is absolute words of wisdom, right? So again, be intentional, call with a purpose, do the events. Again, these are all just tried and true methodologies to ensure that you're getting in front of a new prospect every day. Again, I submit the work we do, the work you do as a licensed professional is critical to our community's health. You do make a difference, and thank you so much.
Ray, thanks again, man. Like, knocked it out of the park. Perfect. I really appreciate your time this morning. And guys, I went ahead and posted your email, Ray. I hope you don't kill me, but it's in there. If you have questions or you want to reach out to Ray, he put his phone number in there. His email's there. He is very responsive. He's sharp. He understands the business from our perspective too, which is really, really, really important. So he sees both sides of it. Absolute great resource on any way that you cut it. So Ray, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you very much, Justin. And thank you, team. And I wish you all tremendous success moving into this new campaign. Bye, guys.
Thank you. All right, guys, that's it for this week. We are going to meet again next week on Monday, every Monday at the same time, 9 o'clock. And just as a reminder, as we get busier, if your recertifications, if you're getting behind on it, don't let that get behind on you. And then please make sure that you're gearing up for AEP, using your strategies. But if for whatever reason you get jammed up, remember clients come first. And these calls are always recorded, so you can access them at any time. So with that, I hope you all have a successful week. Get your AHIP done this week and celebrate. Please do, guys. Thank you and have a fantastic week.
Thursday. This Thursday.